Hey guys, it's Melissa here and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a beauty video for you guys, and today it is on two methods on how to curl your hair. One method is with a curling iron and the second method is with a straightening iron. I usually do the curling iron method more often because it's quicker and it usually lasts longer, like for like 2 days or something, until my hair gets oily really. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so to prep my hair when I need to curl it, so usually the night before I will wash my hair and then I'll put in a bit of argan oil just to make it smooth and to make it look less frizzy. Before I put any hot tools on my hair, I usually like to put a heat protectant on just so that my hairs won't become any more drier than it already is since I've dyed it before. So I have two that I like. So there is this Got To Be Guardian Angel, and I like this one the best. It's the one that my mom gave me, so it's a little bit old, but it still works its magic. It makes it look smooth, it feels smooth, everything like that. And then I have this one, the Foxy Bay. This one's pretty good. It's not as good as this one. Like, I definitely recommend this one more than this one, but this one smells nice, and it does what its purpose is. So I mean, so today I'm just going to use my favorite one, and I'm going to just spray this on the ends of my hair, not on the roots, because my hair tends to get oily pretty quickly. And I'm just going to comb it out. So now we can get into the actual curling part. So let's start off with method number one. This is my go-to hair curling method. And I usually do this like all the time, and I barely do method two, but I might as well give you guys two methods. So I'm going to use my Louie hair curler, and this is a wand. I actually used to use the clamps when I was in elementary school, but I find that the wands are a lot easier and a lot faster to use, so these are my go-to. So what you want to do first is, I like to start on one of the sides. So I usually start on my left, and I grab a little piece, and you just want to grab this, turn the curling one upside down, and just curl it around and away from your head. And I usually hold it for 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how long I want, like how tight I want the curl to hold. You also want to make sure that the ends have a little bit of space, so that way it kind of makes it straight at the bottom. And then you're going to grab another piece. So basically every piece before your ear you want to curl away from your head, and this is basically going to frame your head in a way. You're just going to do the same thing. And then now that I am behind my ear, I can start alternating curling away and towards my head. And this will give it a bit of texture and volume than if you're just curling away from your head. So I'm going to curl it towards now, leaving that bit. Sometimes I like to mix in some like bigger chunks with some smaller chunks just to give it a little bit more texture again, but it really depends on how I'm feeling that day. But if you are going to do a bigger chunk, make sure that you hold it in for a longer time. And it's okay that your hair does look like it's a tighter curl right now. You don't want to pull it out yet because you want it to set so that the curls last longer. Now that I'm done this half, I can move on to this half. Same idea, you want to curl the pieces before your ear away from your head, and then after that you can start alternating. So another tip is that if you want to make it look more voluminous, you could curl it more closer to the top of your part, or if you want like a more beachier type vibe, then I suggest curling it a little bit more down, and then it, like, even though you're curling a bit further from your part, it won't look like it's separated. It'll still look seamless and still look beautiful. Okay, so my video had actually cut off and I did not know it until I was done my hair. But basically, once you've curled everything, you just want it to sit on your hair and let it cool down. And then after it has cooled down a little bit, you can just shake it out and kind of just like give it some like, almost like you're in a commercial. Just want to shake it out, make it look nice and loose. And then you just want to double check to make sure that all of your hair is curled. So I like to do like this little side check by bringing all your hair to the side. and you just want to check the pieces on the bottom because a lot of people forget to do that, and you just want to make sure that no pieces are straight. And you can always go back in with your curler and just recurl some pieces. And then also you want to make sure that the top pieces are as you like it. So if there's any pieces that have gotten straight, once you shake them out, you can go back and curl those. And if there are some pieces that are a little bit lower than you want and you want it to go a little bit higher, you can just go back in and just make that curl again. So this is basically method number unos, and I hope you guys like this. So let's go to method number 2. So now we're going to do method number 2, and that is with my flat iron. So first thing that you want to do is you want to do the prep, and then now we're going to section off your hair. So I'm just going to take the top layer, and I'm just going to kind of like, it's almost like doing a half up type hairstyle. You just kind of want to do that, and you just want to clip it off or section it off. And since I don't know where my clip is, I'm just going to tie it up into like a little bun with my hair tie. Okay. And it's okay if it looks funny because I know I look a little bit funny, but it's just going to be temporary. So I like to start off with my hair all the way at the back, and then I'm going to bring each piece to the front when I'm finished or when I'm styling it. So basically I'm going to grab the first piece. I'm going to start with my right side, and I'm just going to grab my flat iron. I set it to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh yeah, I don't know actually. Is it Fahrenheit? I think so. And you're just going to start at the top, turn it, and you're just going to pull out slowly. And I like to leave the end straight. And then I'll make this nice comb. So you're just going to do the same thing, but since this is the bottom layer, I like to alternate it. So my pieces are not that large. You could obviously make them a little bit larger than my sections, but I find that my hair curls better with a flat iron when it's smaller sections. So I'm just going to flip it the other way, 180 degrees, and just start pulling out slowly. And then you're just going to keep going with all the bottom layers. So similar to the curling method, you don't want to pull out your curls right away. You want it to set so that way it has a longer lasting curl throughout your day. So you just want it to just set in its place. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with my left side. Okay, and then I'm done my base layer. So now what I like to do with my base layer is actually bring it all back and then take down my top layer, just make sure it's nice and straight, and bring it to the front. That way I know that these pieces are not done, and I know I look weird again, but it really does help. So I'm just going to actually comb this. Now I'm going to start off with my right side again, and it's also because I have more hair, so I don't want it to mix in with my finished pieces. So you can start however way you want, but you just want to make sure that the pieces in front of the ears are curling away from the head. And when you're done with the piece, you want to just throw it to the back with all the finished pieces from the base layer. Okay, so now we have this big chunk of hair, and this is all that comes before the ear. So since it is a really large chunk, I will start with the last piece being away towards the head, just to give it a little bit more texture instead of having everything away from the head. Okay, and then now I'll start curling away. Okay, so with my last piece, what I like to do is I don't like to start all the way at the top, but I'll start a little bit further down. So, kind of like this. Like that. Okay? And then I'm just going to do it with my left side. So now I'm just going to wait to let it sit, and I can bring all the pieces forward now just to see how they look. See if anything needs a little touch up before we shake it all out again, just like how we did in the curling method. Okay, so now that it is not warm anymore, I can shake it out. And again, if your hair tends to hold the curl a lot better, you could always use a brush, and that will definitely help take out the curls a little bit more, loosen it up, make it look more beachy. Okay, so this is the finished look, and you guys can do some hairspray. However, I usually don't with the curling method, but with flat iron, I usually tend to do a little bit of hairspray, and that way it'll last longer, because I find that the straightening iron method doesn't last as long as the curling method. So this is it. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below and comment any videos you guys would like to see next. So I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Love ya.